Well, good afternoon as we have reached high noon here in Las Vegas. It is game number 2 of the C2 division that we're covering here today on the Sin City Classic Facebook and the Sin City Classic YouTube channel. I'm Rich Siegel along with Dr. Joel Tremblay. Our on-site engineers this morning are Elliot Turner and Jordan Espiritu, along with Roman Jimenez. Our off-site engineer is Mitch Barnes, who is covering this in San Diego.
Link to the live stream?
It will be we're getting a question about where the New York team can find us on the Sin City Classic Facebook and YouTube channels, and so he seemed happy now. Anyway, the New York Eagle just won a very hard-fought battle against the Daddy Sharks of San Francisco. They won that game by the score of 16-13 on a game that had some fine defensive play, had some timely hitting, and ended on a foul, on a very weak foul ball that went straight back from the bat to the catcher for New York, and that ended that game. And so New York advances to this round, where they will take on a team from Sacramento called the Barracorns, and the Barracorns are the home plate, the home team for this game, which means that the Eagle will be batting first again, like they did in our previous game. After this game, we will take a break here on the Cloud Sports Network, and then we will switch to the D division. C and D division is being played here at Sunset Park today. That's our location. We have a great view of the field today. A wonderful sunny sky today, too. It's not as chilly today as it has been the first 2 days when we were broadcasting Legends on Friday and the women's division yesterday. So we are ready to start. And the leadoff batter is going to be Mikey Cordova. And he is the leadoff batter. He can go opposite field. We'll see what he does on this first pitch. And he does go opposite field and hits a ground ball off the third baseman's glove. He recovers but does not have a play, and it'll go as a base hit for Mikey Cordova. And that'll bring up Sean. And front at first and nobody out. And the first pitch to Sean. You know, I had a lineup that had the New York team on it, and I can't find it now. Sean takes another pitch for a ball. Oh, great. That's your, okay. I found it. Thank you. So this is Sean, and it's a strike. It's 2-1. There's a swing and a base hit to right field off the first baseman's glove. Cordova racing the third base. Well, stand up. They don't even throw over there. And that'll bring up Matt Cordova.
Again, if this is your first broadcast with us this weekend or today, these batters are starting with a 1-1 count, and there is no foul to give. So if they have 2 strikes and hit a foul ball, they're going to be out.
First pitch is a strike called. We have a new umpire. And the next one is hit in the air to right center field. Catch is made. Matt Cordova will drive in Mikey Cordova with the first run of the game, and New York takes the early 1-0 lead.
And in this C2 division, the teams are allowed to hit 1 home run per game. We did have a home run in the last game. I believe it was Cordova.
It was indeed. So 1 on and 1 out, and here's Ryan Ramsey. And he takes the pitch for a ball. Rene Esparza will be in the on-deck circle. And that pitch is also a ball. Three balls and a strike. You might have been able to hear the umpire say that. And that pitch is a strike. There is a line drive hit out into center field for a hit. Right center fielder has to go all the way back to the fence to field that ball. Here comes Sean around third, and he will score on the double by Ryan Ramsey. And the batter will be Rene Esparza. Shige Kawahari will be in the on-deck circle. First pitch is a ball. Our score is 2-0. Here's a grounder to short, fielded cleanly by the shortstop on the first for the out.
Runner holds at second. Nice dig by the first baseman there.
Shigay comes in. There'll be a courtesy runner as Matt Cordova comes in to run for Ryan Ramsey. And the second baseman, Shigay, takes the first pitch for a ball. And here's the next delivery. There's a swing and a slow roller back to the pitcher. Fields his position well, throws him out, and the inning is over. 1-3 on the putout to end the first inning. However, 2 runs do score, 3 hits in the inning, and we go to the bottom of the first. Our score is now the New York Eagle 2 and the Sacramento Barracorns coming to bat here on the Cloud Sports Network.
And during these changeovers, we're going to tell you about some of the sponsors of the Sin City Classic and the coverage by the Cloud Sports Network. And one of those sponsors is Piranha Las Vegas. The Sin City Classic wants to acknowledge longtime sponsor Piranha Las Vegas. An early supporter, Piranha is Las Vegas's hottest nightclub. Away from the traffic nightmare that is the Strip, Piranha is home of the legendary Vegas performer Hot Chocolate, who along with the rest of the girls and the Go-Go Boys will make sure you have the best time. Whether it's your first time or your first time in a long time, go to piranhavegas.com for more info. That's piranhavegas spelled out.com for more info.
The Sacramento Barracorns will bat 12, and they'll lead it off with James Mraz.
As a San Diegan, I immediately have to wonder if he's related to Jason Mraz. But I think the spelling is different here.
I think so. I think it's M-R-A-Z.
Correct.
Leadoff batter wearing the sunglasses has his cap turned backwards. First pitch to him is a ball.
And if you're wondering what a barracorn is, you can see it on their jerseys. It is a bear with one horn in its forehead.
And that pitch is a ball, ball 3. Richard Frederick, the pitcher for New York. And the next one is a ball, and he walks.
Catcher thought that one was good. To be a strike, the pitch has to go at least 6 feet in the air, no higher than 12 feet in the air, cross some part of the plate, and cross the batter, usually somewhere between their shoulders and their knees.
Blake Jordan, the batter, and there is a fly ball hit out in the right field. And the catch is made by Mikey Cordova, and that is the first out of this inning. New York brought a rooting section with them. They've been very vocal, and why not? Here's Tyler Kombusta, number 11, and he thought about it, but takes it for a ball. You can hear some music from the Sacramento dugout. There's a swing and a ground ball to third, and it's off the third baseman's glove and bounced to his right. Shortstop has to go get it, and no further advancement at second base by Mraz. So it's first and second, and 1 out. And we'll bring up Caitlin. And Caitlin swings and hits one into right field. That is down for a hit. And the ball gets in quickly, but not enough for Mraz. He scores, and it is 2-1.
And this is the open C2 division, so you will see all types of players here. You can be a cisgender male, a cisgender female, a transgender male, a transgender female, non-binary, or agendered, and play in this open division.
Here is Kevin Foster, who bats from the left side and takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Here's the next one, and that pitch is outside for a ball, ball 3. The 3-1 swung on and popped up on the infield. Shige makes the call at second base and makes the catch. That's out number 2. Justin Phillips will bat. And Frederick's first pitch to Phillips is on the plate for a ball. There's a swing and a fly ball hit out into left field. Sean makes the call and makes the catch, and the inning is over. 1 run, though, did score for Sacramento here in the bottom of the first inning, and we go to the top of the second. Our score now is the New York Eagle 2 and Sacramento Barracorns 1 on the Cloud Sports Network. We want to let you know that we are here in Las Vegas broadcasting from the Ken Scarce Memorial Studios. Those of you who knew Ken knows what a great advocate he was for gay softball. In addition to being named to the Naga Hall of Fame, Ken was a former GLASA commissioner, the Greater Los Angeles Sports Association. He was also the director of the Sin City Classic. He passed away unexpectedly in 2021. In his honor, NAGA at the time, now the International Pride in Softball, created the Ken Scarce Leadership Award, and it's given annually to someone who has made a significant contribution to gay softball. We miss him. He was a great advocate of what we do here at the Cloud Sports Network. All right, the leadoff batter will be the pitcher, Richard Frederick, and the first pitch to him is a ball. 2-1, swung on and lined over the third baseman's glove and into left field for a hit.
Take a minute here to tell you how the Eagles got to this game. Again, in this tournament, most divisions start with 2 games of pool play, and the Eagle beat the Austin Rough Riders 13-9, but lost to the Trojans 16-11. Then once the tournament started, they lost to the Brokeback Bears 10-7, and then beat the Posse 12-11, the Trojans 11-10, and then the Daddy Sharks in their last game 16-13.
Michael Sheldon, the batter, he has taken 2 pitches that were out of the strike zone. So here's the 3-1 delivery, and that is in for a strike, full count. Nolan Smith is on deck. That pitch is a strike. Strike 3 called. The backwards K. For those of you that are scoring, Nolan Smith, the batter. Runner at first, 1 out. Swung on and bounced to the pitcher. Off his glove, recovers and has no play. That'll bring up Rachel Nagler.
Rachel made the last out in our dramatic last game by catching the ball as a foul tip behind the plate as the catcher.
Innocent play, ended the game. There's a line drive hit down to left field for a base hit. And the bases will be loaded as Frederick motors into third, Smith to second, and the single by Nagler, and that takes us back to the top of the order, and Mikey Cordova. He started the game with a single and a run score.
And Shige Kawahari is going to run for Nagler. We've seen a couple times Nagler having trouble running, but no trouble with the bat. We did see her make an easy out at the plate once on purpose, but the other swings she's had have been great. And it looks like these Eagles only have the 10 players who are on their roster. They do not seem to have any subs. Lots of fans that might need to recruit a few, but nobody else on the bench.
I'm sorry, Cordova lines one into right center field for a base hit. Frederick scores, Smith scores, and on the play, Esparza, who is running for Nagler, makes it into third base on the 2-run single off the bat of Mikey Cordova, who was 2 for 2. So it's first and third for Sean. Sean singled and scored in the first inning. He bats here in the second inning with a chance to add to the lead. Here's a line drive back to the pitcher. Caught it. Both runners waiting for the liner to go through. It did not, so they held their ground. And that's the second out here, and it'll bring up Matt Cordova, who had a sacrifice fly in the first inning. Drove in Mikey Cordova.
And drove in 3 with a home run in our last game, and there's 2 on here, so might be time to do it again.
And that pitch is a strike. He questions it a little. A cursory explanation given. And here's the next one. That's inside. Runners at first and third. Renee Esparza, who is running for Rachel Nagler, is at third base, and Mikey Cordova at first. Matt Cordova lines one to the left center field, and that is down for a base hit. Left center fielder gets it in, but Mikey Cordova, who has speed, gets to third base, although the play was rather close, but he made it anyway. And so a run does score. It's the third run in the inning on the RBI single by Matt Cordova, and the batter will be Ryan Ramsey. There's a swing and a bouncer to third on a nice hop by the third baseman. Throws to second, and the batter is out. Force play, 5-4. 3 runs came across, though, for New York in the top of the second. We go to the home half of the second. Our new score is the New York Eagle 5 and the Sacramento Barracorns 1 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
And we will take a moment now to tell you about The Garden. The Garden is the home of the famous weekend drag runs featuring bottomless mimosas, and they are proud to partner with the 2024 Sin City Classic. If you're doing Sunday Fun Day, make sure to do it at The Garden. Visit thegardenlasvegas.com for more information. In fact, you could watch our broadcast if you're done for the day on your phone at The Garden with bottomless mimosas.
That would taste good right about now.
I think it has warmed up enough that I could have a mimosa and not feel cold. Mostly we've been drinking warm drinks here in the broadcast booth for the weekend.
What a great day we have here. I mean, it is just a beautiful blue sky. We don't see the mountains off in the distance like we did yesterday when we were at Lorenzi, but still just a gorgeous day here in Las Vegas.
And with a little time, we'll tell you how the Barracorns came to be in this game. They lost to the Pirates in pool play 14-9 and to the Seattle Proud Asian Mafia, or SPAM, 11-9. Then once they were in the tournaments, they beat the 0 F-Star CKSs.
There's a fly ball hit out into deep right field, giving chase is the right fielder, Mikey Cordova, but it's over his head to the warning track. All right, Gomez on his way to second and will stand up with a double. That was Manny Gomez, the leadoff batter.
And after beating the 0 Expletives 12-11, they beat the San Francisco Sluggers 13-6 and lost to the Blackout 11-7. Then they beat the Roughnecks 14-2.
Dustin Hall drives one into left center field. It's down for a hit, and that'll get a run home as Manny Gomez legs it to home plate. And that is the second run of the ball game for Sacramento. 2 solid hits in this inning. RBI for Dustin Hall will bring up Tyler Goodwin. Again, this team is batting 12. Tyler Goodwin takes the ball outside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. And here is the pitch short, but he goes after it anyway and lifts one into right field. Mikey Cordova on. He cannot make the catch. It bounces in front of him. And it'll be runners at first and second as Dustin Hall takes second base on the base hit by Tyler Goodwin, and that'll bring up Jeremy Butler. Right-handed batter looks at the first pitch as a ball inside. And Butler takes this pitch outside. 2-2, 3-1. Pitch bounces on the plate, it's a walk, and the bases are loaded. Ian Poindexter is the batter. And here is the first pitch to him. That's a strike called. The on-deck hitter is the 12th batter in the order, and that would be David Perez, who I believe is their coach. And that next pitch is high and away for a ball. And that pitch is a ball, 3-2. And he walks, and that drives in a run. Second run scores in the inning. Dustin Hall trots in. Tyler Goodwin to third. Jeremy Butler to second. And Ian Poindexter to first on the walk. And again, that'll bring up David Perez. And he can further cut into this deficit. It is now 5-3, New York over Sacramento. First pitch is a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. That pitch is a little deep. Ball 3. And if he throws another one out of the strike zone, another run will score. And here is the pitch. And that is a strike. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Something's got to give here. Here we go. Swing and a ground ball to the shortstop. He throws to second. Throw gets by the second baseman. Jeremy Goodwin scores. Tyler Goodwin, excuse me, scores, and Jeremy Butler is safe at third base. It's a fielder's choice for David Perez. So Jeremy Butler at third, Ian Poindexter at second, and David Perez at first, and we're back to the top of the order.
Nice play by the shortstop to get there. Just couldn't get it. Threw a little too hard and too low for the second base person. Might have done better with a flip, but also hard to do when you're running the other direction.
All right, here is Merez. Leadoff batter wears number 99. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to him.
No, 3-1.
3-1, okay. 3-1 delivery. That is a strike called. Now the count is full. So here's the full count pitch. Swing and hits a high fly ball to deep left field. Sean going back, and out of here. Not only a home run, but a grand slam home run.
When you only get 1 home run per game, you can't do much better with it than that. And Rich, I'm wondering here if the Eagle, who again are only playing with 10 players overall, have another pitcher in there. If I'm looking at this right, their pitchers, this is the 4th game he's pitched already today.
There's a line drive at a right center field off the bat of Blake Jordan.
And once those legs start to get tired, it can be hard to find your rhythm, and they go low, so then you go high, and you have to find something in the middle. So he has come back after a couple of those walks there to get some more over the plate, but it is probably getting tough for him out there.
All right. There is a high fly ball hit out into deep left center field, and the ball is off the fence. Left center fielder hit the fence and is down, and he's not getting up. Meanwhile, 2 runs, well, at least 1 run will score, and then as Blake Jordan crosses the plate, but they're more concerned about their fielder right now, who is slow to get up. He's on his hands and knees, and now is upright, but then went down again.
I'm not sure what he hit there. What it looked like was that the ball actually hit the top of the fence. It came back in.
So they're going to tend to him.
And Rich, I'm going to go out there.
Ahead. Yes, please. Do you still have on your phone, you line up that, I need to see, because I think I have a name backwards. Dr. Joel out there, he's already tended to a player who was injured at another game earlier. And that one resulted in perhaps a broken femur. Not in this case, however. So Jordan Blake scored on the triple by Tyler Kambusta. And now I'm having difficulty seeing because 2 of the players are standing in my line of sight. And we're seeing, I'm going to move over here so I can give you a little better explanation of what I'm saying. The player is still down. Most all of his teammates are out there tending to him. It's a good thing Dr. Joel is here. He can provide some medical expertise, and you know, it's hopeful that we don't have to call in the EMS like we did for the player who got hurt on a different field about 2 hours ago or so. As I look into their dugout, I'm not seeing anybody, and my guess is that they have the 10 players that are on their roster. And now a couple of the Sacramento Barracorns are going out to lend their help. We didn't see how he hit the fence. We just know he did hit the fence, and he went down immediately. The ball was recovered by one of the other outfielders, and that held Cambusta to a triple, but that's immaterial right now. And it looks like he's standing. Players are now making their way back towards the infield. Getting his bearings. So that's a good sign that he is up and walking on his own. A couple of his teammates are approaching the lip of the outfield. He is still out there. Now there's a hug. So let's see what happens. We'll get a better idea of what happened to him. It looks like he's staying out there, perhaps just shaken up, but Dr. Joel will be able to fill us in on that. And it looks like we are moments away from continuing play here. So he's up. Looks like he can continue playing. Umpire-in-Chief David Waite was also out there as well. And Dr. Joel has returned to our perch. So what did you learn? And thank you for being able to go out there and lend your expertise.
So that was Nolan Smith from the Eagle out there, and honestly a little hard to tell. His left leg was hurting. Didn't feel like he had popped anything, wasn't 100% sure. Lot of pain. Seemed to get a little bit better, and then we are correct, they only have 10 people, and he is toughing it out there.
All right, there's a ground ball hit to shortstop off the bat of Courtney Hall. The play to first is a low throw, and it gets by the first baseman. On the play, Tyler Cambusta scores. 9 runs have been plated in this inning, and I don't think there's anybody out. And the batter is going to be Kevin Foster. And the first pitch is a ball. The score is 10-5. And there's a ground ball hit past the second baseman and on into right center field for another hit. Courtney Hall to second. And the last batter to bat in this inning, as they have batted around, is Justin Phillips, who flied to left field in his first plate appearance. He has runners at first and second, and again, there's nobody out. There's a line drive, and that's a base hit on into left center field. Nolan Smith fields the ball cleanly. Hall comes around third, and she scores. That is the 10th run of the inning, 11-5 the score. So for the second time this inning, Manny Gomez, who started this inning with a double, and he takes a pitch for a ball, ball 2.
And Rich, am I correct that there is nobody out still this inning?
I don't have anybody out in my book. And you may be right about their pitcher. He's laboring. He's having difficulty finding the strike zone, and he just walked his third batter of the inning.
And what sometimes happens, as I said, is if the legs start getting a little weak, the pitches don't go as far as you think, so then you have to change your arm motion or your strength to compensate, and then sometimes they go high. So sometimes you just need a little rest or a break and to get your rhythm back.
Dustin Hall singled in this first at-bat, and he singles in this at-bat too, over the outstretched glove of the third baseman. 1 run will score, 2 runs are going to score. Foster and Justin Phillips have both scored. They have scored 12 runs in the inning and now lead 13-5.
And the other thing that can happen pitching, Rich, is sometimes when they're hitting you like this, you just feel like you have to do too much and you start trying to paint every corner to make sure that they can't get a good swing.
Batter is Tyler Goodwin. Like most others, singled and scored in his first at-bat in this inning. And he hits a roller to shortstop, off the shortstop's glove, bounds over to the third baseman. A run will score, however, as Manny Gomez crosses the plate with the 13th run of the inning, and it's now 14-5. Jeremy Butler, the batter, grounds one to the third baseman, off his glove, into left field, shallow left field, picked up by the shortstop, but he has no play, and the bases are loaded. And here is Ian Poindexter. Poindexter drew one of the walks earlier in the inning, and then he came around to score. We have runners at first and second and third, and there's a bouncer to the third baseman. Steps on third for 1 out, throws to second and throws it away. 1 run will score, 2 runs are going to score. A play will be made at home plate, and the runner is safe. The ball hits the base runner, and on the play, the batter Poindexter gets all the way to third. So Dustin Hall scored. Tyler Goodwin was forced at third base by the third baseman. Butler is now he came around to score as well on the overthrow, and Poindexter got all the way to third base.
Play started nicely with a good pickup in the force out at third. He looked at home, I think realized it would have been a tag play, thought the better of it, tried to get the out at second, and then just threw it a little too hard.
David Perez is the batter. He reached on a fielder's choice where no out was made, but he eventually would come around to score as well. And that pitch is flat. And the next delivery, swung on and bounced right back to the pitcher. He looks the runner back to third, but now the runner takes off and he scores. Ian Poindexter, he looked back to third base, but as soon as the pitcher turned around and threw to first, the runner at third came in to score. The out was made, by the way, 1-3. 16 runs have scored. It is 17-5, and back to the top of the order. Torres swings and hits one beyond the pitcher's reach and on into center field for a base hit. And he motors into second base with a double.
And we have Jen Hopkinson watching on Facebook. She's rooting for James Mraz, who hit that one and also hit, I believe, our home run earlier. And also rooting there for Tyler Kambusta.
Jordan Blake, the batter, he has flied to right field, and he has singled and scored, and he takes the first pitch high for a ball. So a double on the previous at-bat by Torres. And again, 16 runs have scored in this inning, 17-5. And that pitch is a strike called. And the next delivery is another walk. now they have a force set up. Here is Tyler Kambusta. And the first pitch is a ball. And here is the next delivery. Swung on and skied into left field. Sean Smith over, and he can't catch it. It's down for a hit. 2 more runs are going to score, and Kambusta into third base with a double. Mraz scored, and Jordan Blake scored. That is an 18-run inning so far, and here is Courtney Hall. She swings and lifts one into right field, coming on, and the ball bounces in front and gets by the right fielder, who recovers, but another run is going to score as Kambusta comes home after his double. He has scored again in this inning. Do I miss a run there?
I have one more than you do, but
so that
I was
must
also
be
out there, so I could be wrong.
All right, Courtney Hall is on with a single, and Kevin Foster, the batter, is popped to the second baseman. Singled and scored earlier in this inning. And the pitch to him is bounced to the first baseman. Flips to the pitcher covering, and the inning is done. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 runs in the inning. Do you?
You have 8 runs in one column, Rich. There's
8 plus 12. I have 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 13, 15.
We're going to hear it from the blue
19,
here in a second.
20. I'm going to wait.
We're showing
19?
19?
Okay, 19.
Thank you.
So I think maybe one of the ones that I thought we missed, Rich, was an out that you got that I didn't.
So it's it's 20-5. I colored in a diamond that didn't need to be colored in, and I know where that mistake was made. It was a 5 unassisted that forced a runner at third base, and that was the first out in the bottom of the second. They almost batted around twice in that inning. Renee Esparza to lead off for New York in the top of the third. Swung on and hit high and deep into left field, and that ball's got some carry, and it's over the left fielder's glove to the fence. It'll be at least a double. Now it'll be at least a triple. There'll be a throw to third base, and safe.
Safe. They made it a close play, but Esparza a little too fast and definitely slid in under that tag.
All right, here is Shige Kawahari. His runner at third base. Nobody out here in the top of the third, and there's a base hit in the left field. Left center fielder comes over to get it back into the infield, but it's an RBI single for Shige, who is now 1 for 2, and the score is now 20-6.
And if I'm looking at our scores from last game correctly, Rich, these New York Eagles put together a 10-run inning, so they are not out of this game. No leads are safe.
No. Here is Richard Frederick. And that pitch is a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner at first, 1 in the inning, nobody out. And that pitch is short for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. The toss to the plate is a strike called. And here is the next pitch. Swung on and lined up the middle and on into center field for a base hit. Shige around second will be on his way to third. There'll be a throw to third, but it's too late, and it'll be first and third with nobody out. Michael Sheldon, the batter. He was called out on strikes earlier in this game in the second inning, and he wants to atone for that. first pitch is a little inside for a ball, ball 2.
And in the on-deck circle is Nolan Smith, who was out there with that injury.
There's a grounder to short. Shortstop Fields tosses to second for 1. A relay to first is not in time. And Shige scores the second run in the inning. So the runner at second was forced on the shortstop to second base toss. And then no play, no out at first base. So it will be an RBI for Sheldon. Nolan Smith, the batter. Stands in. Umpires marks the ball ready for play, and there is a single to the opposite field and on into left field for a base hit.
Smith showing no signs of problems, probably one of his best swings of the day. Nice line drive single.
Rachel Nagler will be the batter.
Nagler also showing signs of injury through the day. A great bat, but slow run to first. Limping a little bit most of the time. She likes to go over that third baseman's head.
All right, let's see what she does here. She takes this pitch for a ball. And the next one, she swings. You're right, she goes into left field, and the ball is down for a hit. A throw to third base, and the runner is out.
So I think that one goes 7-5, Rich, on the putout. An unusual one.
It does indeed. Nolan Smith is at second base now. Nagler first, and we're back to the top of the order. And Mikey Cordova, who has been on base twice and has scored once.
So with that 10th player, usually if they have 4 outfielders, you just count them 7, 8, 9, 10 across. If there's a rover, that person is usually number 10.
And there is a ground ball to first. First baseman fields it, races to the bag, and beats the base runner for an out. Smith moves up to third, and that's the inning. 2 runs, though, did score. And so we go to the bottom of the third, and our score is now 21-7. 3 touchdowns for Sacramento and 1 for New York.
I think I may have misled you. Are we perhaps at 20-7? Because I believe there was 1 and then 19. When we thought it was 20, it would have been 21.
Yeah.
And we... Oh.
All right, we are at play here in the bottom of the third inning. The Sacramento Barracorns will have their at-bat.
And as we're in the third inning, we do start to see run rules come into play. So right now at 20-7, the Barracorns are up by 13. If they end this inning up by 20, they would win by run rule.
And the first pitch of the inning is a pitch outside. That pitch is a ball. Batter is Justin Phillips. And there is a strike called. He was the only batter in the second inning who didn't get to bat twice in the inning. And the next one. Swung on and line foul down the third base line. And that's 1 out.
Much needed strikeout for Frederick there.
Yes. He struggled a lot. He had a couple of walks in that inning and all those hits. Here is Manny Gomez.
Looks like he is getting his groove back.
He doubled and walked in the second inning. And he hits one in the shallow right field, and the ball is out of the reach of Shige Kawahari, and it's in for a single. Dustin Hall will be the batter. He singled twice and he scored twice. And that first pitch is a ball. It looked like it bounced in front of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a foul, just past the light standard. Into the trees.
Hit the tree hard. Looked like it might have knocked down some sort of pine cone.
All right, here's the next one with a runner at first base and 1 out. And a fly ball hit out into shallow center field. That's going to find that place. Oh, he caught it! I thought it was going to find that place between the shortstop, the second baseman, and the right center, but Shige, ranging far to his right, was able to make that catch.
Shige has pulled off some impressive plays today. He got a lot closer to that last pop fly than I thought he would, and actually able to make it out to get that one. And again, when you are running backwards and catching it over your shoulder, that is not an easy play for anybody.
And so the batter will be Tyler Goodwin. Swung on and bounced to third. Third baseman flips to the second baseman. 5-4 in the putout. And Gomez is forced at second base, and that ends the inning. No runs scored for the Barracorns here in the bottom of the third. Now let's see if I have this right. 20-7.
I have it as 20-7 as well. So the Barracorns with 1 run in the first inning and then 19 in that long second inning, but none in the third. And the Eagle with 2 in the first inning, 3 in the second inning, and 2 in the third inning. So coming up, chasing 13.
All right, thank you. So they need 13 runs to tie this game. And the leadoff batter is going to be Sean.
And we just had our umpire confirm that our score is 20-7.
All right, Sean will lead off. He has batted twice, singled and scored, and lined hard back to the pitcher.
And this Eagle team has proven they can hit up and down the lineup. So they just need to put together another inning like they had last game, maybe get 10 runs and get right back in this game.
All right, the first pitch is a ball. 2-1. And the next one is another ball, ball 3. You might have heard the home plate umpire call strike. Count is 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Looks like Sean was taking that one all the way, knowing they need base runners.
And he walks. Matt Cordova, the batter. He has hit a sacrifice fly, and he is also singled.
Cordova with enough power to hit the fences, but probably not when you want to do it here with only 1 runner on base. And with 4 out of the last 5 pitches being balls, wouldn't be surprised to see Cordova taking here.
And Cordova does take that pitch. It's a strike. 2-2. There's a line drive to the shortstop and underneath his glove and on into left center field for a hit. On his horse to third base is Sean, and he will get there. Fall pitch coming to the third baseman. It got by him, and that allows Matt Cordova to take second base.
Worked out okay, surprisingly aggressive given the number of runs that they need, but it is good to get rid of that force out at second where a lot of plays get made.
So it'll be a single and an error that allowed the runner Matt Cordova to get from first to second, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter Ryan Ramsey. He takes the first pitch out of the strike zone for a ball. It's 2-1.
And on that last hit, that ball just died. It looked like it was going to bounce up nicely into the shortstop's glove and just died and rolled out to the field.
Grounder to third, off the third baseman's glove and on into left field for a hit. 2 runs will score. Ball comes in. There's no play at home plate. Matt Cordova and Sean both score, and 2 more runs makes it 20-9. And that'll bring up Rene Esparza, who bounced to the shortstop, tripled and scored in his last at-bat. Here is the first pitch to Esparza. Bounce to the pitcher. Looks at second. Over to first. Double play. 1-6-3. The pitcher's best friend. First double play we've seen today. Here, Shige Kawahari. He has bounced to the pitcher. He has singled and scored. And he bats with 2 runs in, 2 out, and nobody on. Swung on and lifted into center field, and that is in for a base hit. So a 2-out base runner for New York. They've already scored twice in this inning.
The Eagles needing a 2-out rally here.
Yes, the batter will be the pitcher, Richard Frederick.
That double play was just a killer given how this inning had been going for the Eagle.
And Richard Frederick takes it inside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. And here is the next delivery. That is a pitch a little deep. Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. And here's the toss to the plate. That's low. It's illegal as well, and that becomes a walk. So the inning continues. Runners at first and second, 2 out for Michael Sheldon. Michael Sheldon has been called out on strikes, and he has singled. And he has a runner in scoring position, one who runs very fast. A ground ball to short, fielded cleanly by the shortstop over to second, and that is the inning. Richard Frederick forced at second base on the fielder's choice, and that ends the fourth inning. However, 2 runs did score for New York, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. The score is now the Sacramento Barracorns 20 and the New York Eagle 9 on the Cloud Sports Network.
And we'll take this break to tell you about USGSN. That's the United States Gay Sports Network. They invite you to come out and play. USGSN is America's largest LGBTQ plus sports directory that highlights every league and tournament in the country. If you want to find a league or tournament buy-in for the LGBTQ plus community and its allies, then head on over to usgsn.com. The network currently features over 800 LGBTQ plus leagues, 45 different sports in 42 states and 85 cities. Visit usgsn.com, and you can follow on all of your favorite social media apps with the sign @USGSN. That's @USGSN.
All right, we go here to the bottom of the 4th inning. And the first pitch hit by Jeremy Butler is hit high and deep into left field. The ball hits the base of the fence, and it'll be a leadoff double. You know, the way the left center fielder was playing it, Nolan Smith, I thought that ball was going to go over because he just waited for it to come down. He might have had a play because the ball did not hit high on the fence. It hit low, but he may be a little bit fence shy right now, you think?
That's what I'm thinking. I thought it might go over as well for an out, but he is the player who was injured out there, and so he may be feeling a little bit, or as you say, maybe a little fence shy.
Ian Poindexter, the batter, and he hits one foul down the third base line. So the leadoff batter is on for Sacramento. His team leads by 11, and the next pitch is on the way, and that's way short for a ball, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Poindexter waits, swung on and chopped to third on one big hop. Third baseman makes the play to Sheldon at first base, and that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th.
And there was no doubt about that throw. He lined that over to first, was not going to let that runner on second think he could get anywhere.
David Perez now. David Perez is hit into a fielder's choice on which no out was made. He also bounced back to the pitcher, and he takes the first pitch illegal for a ball. And the next one is a strike called. It's 2-2. Frederick works quickly. Comes back with the 2-2 pitch. That was low and outside, ball 3. Swung on and hit in the air to center field. Right center fielder ranging over to his right makes the catch. And the runner at second will hold. As David Perez makes an out. Time has expired, and the home team is winning.
The Blues said they would finish the inning, but I agree with you.
The time has expired, and the game is over. So the New York Eagle gave it a good shot. After winning one, they lose this game. They lose to the Sacramento Barracorns. The final score, 20-9. We're going to take a break here. We'll be back with D Division action, D2 Division action coming up in about an hour or so. We want to thank you very much for being with us here this morning and this afternoon. We hope that you've enjoyed our broadcast here on the Sin City Classic Facebook and the Sin City Classic YouTube channel. For Dr. Joel Tremblay, for Roman Jimenez, for Elliot Turner, for Jordan Espiritu and Mitch Barnes, I'm Rich Siegel. We'll talk to you again here from Sunset Park in Las Vegas in about an hour or so.